Hey,
Hello.
welcome to my birthday stream. I am joined by James Thompson, and we were watching the 1987 John McTiernan classic, Predator, because I fucking adore this movie. Um, James, can you recollect the first time you saw this movie?
Um, I remember when I was like 10. I remember seeing it on TV and it's like when you're like a kid and trying to like sneakily watch something. I'd flick back and forth between that. I never saw anything really like gruesome or anything. Just scenes in the jungle and things, but it looked cool back then. And then I probably finally watched it when I was about like 14 or 15, I guess.
Yeah. My brother rented this, and he let me watch it. But if I told my parents, I would be a dead man. He would kick my arse if I let my folks know that he had let me watch this. And I remember thinking that the cool thing was, and I wish if there was one thing I could do, it would be to erase my memory of this movie every time I watched it, because I remember
I
thinking,
kind of
Jesus,
agree, yeah.
because it's like bar the spaceship at the start. It's awesome because you think you're watching like Commando or something with Arnie. You think it's a straight kind of Arnold Schwarzenegger um, actioneer, but it's not. It's very it is very very like it is very very like a kind of Robert E. Howard, Edgar Rice Burroughs story. The likes of Conan and Tarzan, you had you had a standard sword and sandals kind of epic like Gladiator or like Spartacus or something like that, and then hey, Soulless Trenchcoat is on. Do you want to join us, dude? You're more than welcome to join us if you want. There's a
More than
link
there,
in
yeah.
the thing. As I was saying, you have a basic kind of sword and sandal epic, and then out of left field you have this fantastic kind of plot line that just comes out of nowhere. Because
Oh, yeah.
that was the cool thing. That's good pulp. Like you have these, I've read pulp stories for like these GIs. They land on a plane and it's full of giant bugs, or like again, fucking Valley of Gwangi. Perfect example of pulp. You cowboys versus dinosaurs. It's a regular kind of action premise with a fantastic twist that cuts in halfway.
Hmm. Oh yeah, that was a big like 80s trend basically. Like, Aliens did the same kind of thing, I guess, as this movie. It's like what does the whole subversion thing like halfway through.
Yeah, you think you're going to be watching a horror and it's an action movie.
Yeah. Or on this, I suppose like this way around, it's kind of becomes action, but I'd argue that so it becomes more horror towards the end.
Yeah, as some people have called it, it's a slasher. It's a slasher set in the jungle with an alien.
Yeah, kind of. Would really love a new Predator movie to be basically just like a slasher, like not a parody. What's the word? Just like a slasher, basically. Like you have like shots of the Predator like behind the trees, and you just see his arm or whatever, like all the iconic stuff, that kind of thing. That'd be cool.
Uh, um, are you a fan of any of the sequels?
Uh, I love Predators. I think that's really underrated. I love Predators.
Predators kicks ass.
Yeah.
It
Uh,
expands the lore. I love Predator 2 as well.
yeah. I like the last time I watched it, but I just love the wacky world it lives in. Like it's a very like 90s feature.
Oh, it's a pure fucking bombastic kind of action
Yeah.
movie.
I mean, I think the
Um,
problem is I don't like many of the other characters other than Danny Glover's character and I guess Gary Busey. So like, I mean, I don't hate them. It's just they just don't.
they're not as engaging. I
Yeah.
like Bill Paxton, and I have a headcanon story for Bill Paxton, where it's essentially, the way that Land. Okay, I know this is pure fan fictiony, but the way Lance Henriksen in AVP, he's the creator, Bishop. Well,
Yeah.
what if Jerry Lambert, um, Jerry Lambert is the great grandfather of Hudson. That's because it's essentially the same personality and everything. So like that's
Mm.
that's the way I kind of That's the way I kind of view it.
Yeah. I'm probably one of the 5 people on the planet who liked the Predator, not loved it, but likes, because
There was
I had the fun
elements
thing.
to it I enjoyed. Would you prefer to have seen the Stargazer cut? Did I?
Probably. I mean, my problem is I've never been a fan of Shane Black. I thought Night Skies was cool. I liked that movie, but it didn't blow me away. It was just like really
Nice
well
Guys.
directed.
Nice Guys was definitely kind of a love letter to the likes of Lethal
Yeah,
Weapon and kind of buddy cop movies. I
yeah,
think one of Shane Black's most underrated movies is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
I know. I guess I'm just not a fan of his whatever his style is. I guess. Uh, so I'm left wondering whether or not I would have liked his version more or less. I have no idea. I guess I'll probably never know. I don't know.
Okay, so we are going to stick on the movie.
Yeah.
I will be pressing play. Will I do a countdown, dude?
Yeah, easier.
So from five. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. The old Fox logo, the old 20th Century Fox.
What's it called? 20th Century Studios or something.
Yeah.
Can't believe that the Fox isn't there.
Well, what was the issue with Disney taking the Fox out of it?
Yeah.
What
Why
does
not
the
just
Fox
why not
say?
just like Fox Studios or something?
Question for you. This opening scene here. Do you think the movie would benefit from it being removed?
I mean, narrative wise, maybe, yeah. I suppose if they didn't do it, then I guess you could argue the Predator is unexplained or something. And it's like, I guess people could hate the movie because of that. Because some people do hate movies just because something isn't explained, like that.
Yeah,
Like,
I think people studios kind of don't want to take the chance and think,
yeah,
oh, hey Jen, hey Zach,
I guess
the studios are just worried that people won't use their grey matter, you know.
it's not even the fact about that. Like, people clearly can think of it. It's just when the film somehow doesn't explain it, then somehow that means that the movie's worse off because of it. And I disagree. But I suppose you can argue that. But at the end of the day, it's just, I don't know. It's a cool spaceship in space, so.
Yeah, but like I think people as well, like they'd be smart enough to realize, okay, this thing has a fucking laser gun and a cloaking device. It's an alien, like, you know.
No, it's one of those it's one of those slasher movie knockoffs like Predator, not Predator, Jason. Oh god, my head. His music still
R.G.
good.
Armstrong, great actor. He was in
I think
Outlaw Josie Wales.
yeah, I think there's a reason why they used a lot of these tracks in Predators because they're that iconic. I guess you can't really get past them. I can't remember a single soundtrack from like Predator 2. Not even
They used a lot of it. Actually, I tell a lie. I remember one soundtrack from Predator 2, and it's this Jamaican tin drums, and the reason, and another one is this heavy kind of beating drum. But I remember the heavy beating drum because it's it's the Colombian drug lord's penthouse, and your one is on top of him, grinding the fuck out of him as this music's like, so it kind of gets stuck in your head.
You know, I listened to the Back to the Future Part 2 soundtrack, and these two soundtracks are literally the same. There's literally no difference between the two of them except for the the main theme, and that's about it. But Alan Silvestri makes the same soundtrack over and over, and I think that's just fine, I guess.
I love, like, I'm not going to argue with you. There's a lot of, like, this, as you said, the snare for Back to the Future, very, very similar, if not identical to this, but it's just,
I suppose it's just a style, I guess, I suppose.
It's the same for Bernard Herrmann. because he done so many Ray Harryhausen movies that a lot of the soundtrack did sound very similar.
Oh, here's the big man, the boy.
Dutch.
God. Part of me can't, which is like this is one of those movies where like he lives. He's like a retired dude in a log cabin, like with a pet wolf or something, and then the general comes up and is like, "We need you back on a team."
That's
Like,
Commando, dude. But
no, but
well,
that was pretty much half of the 80s lineup. It's just like, oh, the old grizzled dude out of retirement thing. Like that was. I love
what
that
was
trope. It's so dumb. Oh man, like why the old
Invasion USA with Chuck Norris? He's an alligator wrangler.
I think the last film I saw it in was like Shooter with Mark Wahlberg. Even that was like they always just go to a log cabin somewhere.
Danny Glover, brilliant. Yes, the greatest handshake of all time is coming up.
Oh, for me, everybody has. Like I said,
how long ago?
But they're still doing that.
Oh, okay. We're not too far off, so what's wrong? The CIA.
Somehow my version just plays faster. I don't understand how it works. I've pictured they're literally the same cut, but I guess maybe the DVD starts a little bit earlier than the online version.
Hey, City Hunter Love, thanks a million for joining us.
Hey.
This lady knows her stuff about Predator.
Most of my Predator knowledge just comes from analyzing the big political themey stuff. That's my big thing.
Yeah, Zachary, you need to see Invasion USA. It's amazing.
Yeah, so I think this is around about the time movies start to somewhat critique the CIA just a little bit. Like just enough that they're going to have some kind of like betrayal plot or something.
Well, that's the thing, like, because if around the end of the 70s, like the CIA, it had been widely regarded that the fucking CIA had been setting up contra guerrillas and stuff to fucking bring drugs into the States to fund them. Have I got anything good for my birthday? My girlfriend Neve is getting me Aliens Phalanx, new Aliens novel, and I'm ordering. Oh, little Richard. I'm ordering. I've parts for my Royce on the way, but that's about it. City Hunter Love, what age were you when you saw the original Predator? Or did you see Predator 2 before?
Yeah, baby. Woo. God, I think all that red light would hurt my eyes.
The red light?
Hi, but there's I'm in the helicopters. Oh, I see Shane Black. There you go.
Yeah, look. Okay. Hawkins, an interesting character, but why the hell, out of all the characters, did NECA decide to make their first non-Dutch human figure for the Predator line? They made Hawkins. It's so obvious they were trying to kiss his arse for giving him the deleted fucking Predator designs. You were 8 when you saw it.
No backup. You are the backup, son.
This mission keeps getting better. Oh, R.I.P. Sonny Landham. That's he died horribly. He got diabetes, and he had diabetes, and he lost his legs in a car accident, and he had to have them amputated as a result of the. No, he had an accident. His legs were injured, and as a result of his diabetes, he lost his legs. Shit out of my face. Stop and make you goddamn sexual Tyrannosaurus. Just like James, that's what you need to change your channel name to.
I think I called one of my characters in the video game that.
Sexual Tyrannosaurus.
Like, I think it was Borderlands 2 or some stupid game.
Okay, guys. Anyone in the chat, who's bar Dutch? I don't want everyone to say Dutch. Who's your favorite out of the commandos from Predator 1?
I'm trying to think. So a lot of them die, and most of them are just kind of there to like be macho dudes who get like wrecked. So I have to base it on like, you know, I guess character, I guess, like, you know, how much they have. I don't know, maybe Billy or Dylan. Not sure.
Billy's great. Yeah, Jesse Ventura. Fun fact. So Arnie became the governor of California. Jesse became the governor of Minnesota. And
then became a conspiracy theorist.
Oh, well, yeah. Mind control. Do you remember Jesse Ventura's things? And oh Christ, I'm after Sonny Landham, who played Billy, tried being I think the mayor or the governor of Oklahoma. He didn't get it though.
Team governor over here.
I remember when I was younger, I thought that Dylan's. I don't know how I did, but I thought like Dylan's team were actually hunting the predator, and that's what they were doing in there.
I mean, sometimes you just say, "Oh, predator guys are going to shoot him," right? And then you just kind of, maybe as a kid, you just think that. I mean, there is.
I thought that's why the CIA had gone in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of people think Blaine, Jesse Ventura, is the best character in it.
And I mean, he's not in it really that much though. In the grand scheme, he's there to be like big macho joke dude. And, you know, I mean that's cool, but you know, like,
dude, it's a movie from 1987. They all have to be. That's like criteria. That's if you wanted to exist in 1987, you have to have that on your CV.
I mean, it's kind of a McTiernan thing, like, you know, Die Hard and that, but like, I think I kind of prefer it in Die Hard because I feel like.
But that's the thing with Die Hard. I have to disagree with you there. The compelling thing about Die Hard was that Willis wasn't this big Schwarzenegger and kind of.
Oh no, I don't mean that he's like a Schwarzenegger. I mean that the whole kind of narrative is about like being a big macho man, like putting a stop to the man. You know, the government can't do it, only me, kind of thing. That kind of narrative, where just like every man gets to kick some ass. That kind of thing.
Hey Phil, how you doing, dude? I am watching Predator for my birthday. I have a link on Twitter if you want to join. If you don't, that's quite all right as well. Myself and James are going to be watching the movie, so pop in or say hi or whatever. The thing is, I like. Okay, they're comic book level personas in them. Thanks a million, Phil. But they have characters. There is depth.
Yeah, I mean, these characters are more like caricatures in a way. In a way.
But it's a shite sight better than some of the other fucking characters that were around in action movies in the 80s.
Yeah. I think what makes it work for me is the fact that clearly it's the matroness is supposed to be the point. Like, it's supposed to be not really like a critique or a satire or anything, but like it's more of a subversion, I guess. Like, oh, you think it's Arnold Schwarzenegger, they're gonna kick some ass, and then, oh no, turns out they get their ass kicked.
I actually think this is one of his best performances, actually.
Yeah, especially towards like the third act and things. I think he. Well, Schwarzenegger really goes to
I
town.
think in the later years, either he just got older or lazier. But like, I think Predator, um, Terminator 2. I'm trying to think. Well, other really good performance. Like Schwarzenegger is never going to win an Oscar. Um, he wanted to try and win an Oscar. He was going to be in Paul Verhoeven's Crusade.
Hmm.
He was going to be a Templar Knight.
I mean, if there's one thing he's always consistent as the Terminator, whichever version he's playing as.
Yeah, even if the movie is shite, he's still
Yeah.
good as the Terminator.
I really think he brought us all in Dark Fate, which I personally enjoyed.
LJ, are you still working on something, dude? Again, if you want to pop on, you can.
God, look at these bros all just hanging out, smiling, just doing. Me and the boys blowing up a guerrilla faction.
I like the scene, Billy just using the he's the tracker and he's like fairly close with nature, so he just says, "Fuck it, I'm thirsty. I'm gonna cut this vine and drink the water out of it." Jennifer, I don't think that would be very practical in the South American jungle, or Valverde as they call it. Valverde, fun fact for you, James. Valverde is the fictional country has featured in Die Hard 2. It's the country the bad guy general's from.
When did Die Hard 2 come out?
Huh?
When
Die Hard 2 came out in 1990.
Oh, yeah.
And it's also the country. It's also the president of that country is who Arnold's hired to assassinate in Commando.
So, I mean, there's just a world where there's two Arnold Schwarzenegger-looking characters, and there's a predator and while a cop, one cop,
and John McClane. John McClane exists in the same universe as Dutch Schaefer and the Predator.
There you go. When's the McTiernan verse gonna kick off?
When indeed, I want to see that.
That's also probably ended with 3, I suppose. Did Tiernan work on 3, Die Hard 3, right?
He did. Rennie Harlan worked on 2.
Yeah. Yeah, so I suppose it kind of, if you want to see his personal involvement, I guess you could see the end of 3. Personally, I like 4, despite the fact that, I like it because it knows what it is.
I do too, but it's definitely the when John McClane is rolling off the back of a fucking F-13 Bantam jet onto a fucking overpass. You're like, you're right.
I mean, to me, that's part of the joke. It's kind of a bit like this movie in a way, because you presented a big, cool narrative, and I guess the character just ends up meeting that, I guess. Die Hard 4 is just the old boomer who's out of touch, going against technology and the man and these kids today. That's literally what the movie is. It's literally just boomer hates technology, and it works so well because that's literally the entire theme of the movie throughout all of it.
James, as a bad though, I consider this more plausible than Live Free or Die Hard.
Oh, come on, anyone could have rolled a jet, and yeah, I mean, there is something grounded about this movie, I guess.
Again, this movie is very like Alien as well. It doesn't feel the need to fucking tear into the kind of action. When it tears into the action, it fucking tears into it. But there's some very slow moments coming.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, though, there's not really much human on predator action. Not really, until Dutch fights it.
Yeah, as good point.
So it's not really that kind of action movie at all. It's not like you're seeing xenomorphs get bodies. You're seeing these guys get absolutely chumped by this thing. Oh, look at that really old thermal camera. By today's standards, that's basically like the Predator may as well just be like using an like I don't know. Well, 1980s technology.
A viewfinder.
Yeah.
Favorite moments from the other movies? This is an open question as well. It's to James, but if anyone else in the comments have like any favorite moments from the other movies.
I mean, most of the scenes from Predators I like. Trying to think.
That opening is amazing.
Yeah.
With Adrian Brody just fucking falling.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a very different kind of, I guess, what you call cold. I think you call it a cold open.
Cold open.
Yeah. Oh, poor Dylan pushing too many pencils. That's why he fell over. Is that a joke? I don't know.
Predator 2 pussy fist scene. That's pretty funny as well.
I mean, I think most scenes where Gary Busey's on screen are probably the best in 2. Just him doing that stupid voice and like that horrible like dumb grin face. I love it so much.
The bit I love in Predator 2, and there's a lot, but the silly bit I love in Predator 2 is where the Predator has just like patched herself up and fucking torn through an apartment, and Danny Glover's following it, and this old lady comes out of hiding with a brush, and Danny Glover like jumps out and goes, "Don't worry, I'm a cop," and she's like, "I don't think he gives a shit."
There we go. So, one thing I do like that this movie did is instead of just making it, these guys are just here to murder some Central Americans or whatever, it's actually they're there to rescue people. So there's a theme of saving people, I guess. So it's not just like
they're the most like and then the most contradictory bunch of Hey Anthony, they're the most contradictory bunch of humanitarians, all right. But
I mean, the methods are a bit extreme.
But, LJ, I have to disagree. Lance Henriksen also, dude. Or if you're discounting AVP, I understand. A good friend of mine, James, is on the chat. Anthony, he was an artist on 3 of my comics. He's a fucking amazing dude with a pencil, and he can sculpt anything. LJ, are you high?
You know what? I kind of agree with LJ. Like something about AVP1's tone just speaks to me. I don't know why. It's something about it just like feels good. It warms the heart. Touches the inner child. That's something dumb.
I just wish there had been a harder cut. I do have one that puts in what it did.
I did get the harder cut, but apparently it was the American DVD, so I can't even play it. I was like, oh well, I kind of wanted to see that.
What about have you laptop?
I mean, my laptop. This is one of these laptops that don't have DVD players.
Anthony, what's the name of your art page again? You'd fucking throw it up in the chat.
So
I love you're doing all this stealthy shit. And Arnie's like, nah, fuck it, I'm just going to roll a truck into the base.
I mean, it's like I think this is kind of the point. Like, they're not supposed to be like these stealthy predators. They're actually they're just really loud. They're really loud, like explosive dudes. And I suppose that's maybe like a comparison to the two well creatures. Oh, look! That always has to be a moment where you have to do something like really strong, to I guess showcase.
The,
You know,
do you ever watch Dylan Moran live?
probably not.
He's like, Arnold Schwarzenegger became the governor of California by lifting stuff. He became famous by lifting stuff. Oh, anyone who's interested in checking out Anthony's stuff, the name of his thing is in Blogspot. No, not today. I'm meeting up with her tomorrow.
Yeah, because I think if this movie's about them going to just wipe out these dudes just because war, I don't think I would have liked it.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't have
like
you wouldn't have empathized with like these kind of cold-blooded killers.
Yeah, because obviously they're trying to say to people, like, even though they are becoming people and they can't really agree with it, like at least there's like a moral reason behind this. And then it turns out the CIA just wanted them all dead. It didn't matter.
So I just hired them as assassins.
Yeah.
And some people could argue that that's why Predators doesn't work. I don't think so. I think Predators is more of a redemption story for some of those characters.
Yeah, kind of. Like Predators is a story about, well, predators. All the humans are predators in their own way.
But there's also redemption there. Even fucking Stans, like, fucking uses his last breath to hold off the Predator.
Yeah, most of the characters get their own, like, kind of redemptive qualities towards the end. Most of them, except for the ones who die too soon.
City Hunter Love, I agree with you totally. That's why I actually Predator 2 is up there with my favorites. Favorite movies, because
most of the iconic stuff about Predator kind of came from 2, even though like people remember 1 more, I guess. Like when everyone talks about the lore, they're talking about Predator 2, they're not talking about 1. But if they want to say, want to talk about the feel of Predator, this is the feel of Predator.
Oh yeah,
this first movie.
But like the amount of things that the Predator 2 gave us, it gave us weapons like the disc and the spear, and like it opened up the hunting code as well. That like it wouldn't kill anyone that's pregnant or children or unarmed combatants.
Yeah. So it wasn't a cop. Got him. Won't be too. I won't try to be too topical. I won't lie. This is definitely me when I'm destroying a village. Me and the boys blowing up South America.
My favorite. One of my favorite lines are coming up.
What? Stick around? Yeah. Oh god, they have to do it in every Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Like, doesn't he say like something? What is he? I think it's True Lies or something, where he throws the guy into the pipe, and he's like, "Was a cool offer."
That's Commando, and that's let off some steam banners.
Yeah,
hello, Cher. Thank you for wishing me happy birthday.
Yeah, but it's always some like line like that, though.
Stick around.
Oh, Arnie's hitting women. Disgusting. Oh yeah, City Hunter Love. I think why I like AVP for the most part is because I somewhat like the Resident Evil movies. Like I like I have fun with them. So I suppose it's it's basically just Resident Evil 1, if I'm honest. Like the structure and like a lot of what that movie AVP 1 is basically the first Resident Evil movie, which I personally think is good as well. So I guess I can enjoy it on that level.
Antro's here. Hello, Antro. Thank you very much for wishing me a happy birthday. Some bitch is stuck in there like an Alabama tick.
Wouldn't it be hilarious? Wouldn't it be hilarious if his character just like bled out at the end of the movie or something? Didn't get killed; he just died.
In the original draft, Dylan was supposed to be straight up bad guy and kind of turncoat. He was going to leave him behind, but they changed it, which I'm kind of glad of as well.
Part of me kind of would want that a little bit, like just to, I guess, fully show. Oh, maybe they're like not the friends they were anymore, or something. Maybe. Resident Evil Extinction was like surprisingly decent, like even by Resident Evil movie quality standards.
Was that the Mad Max kind of one?
Yeah, the one in the desert, basically.
Yeah, it done something different. It didn't try and copy the games.
Yeah, I mean, for better or worse, it did the whole apocalypse thing way before the games did, even, because I mean the games haven't even done that. They haven't destroyed the world. They've only destroyed like cities. I suppose the closest we got was Resident Evil 6, which is probably no one's favorite. I used you to get the job done. Me, CIA bad man.
So you cooked up this story and dropped 6 of us in the meat grinder.
I think for a second during Predators, I wondered if I forget what's the actress's name in Predators. Was it Michelle Rodriguez or was it someone else?
No, Alicia Braga.
Yeah. I thought that was this character for a second. But
that was a plot. That was a used plot. It was going to be Dutch and Anna's daughter.
Yeah. Was going to be though, as in didn't happen.
Oh yeah. It would have been interesting to see the River Ghost Anthony and a couple. It was cooler to see like different aliens in.
I mean, I liked River Ghost because it wasn't really like a killer that much. I mean, it was
insectoid. It was animalesque.
Yeah, I think it was kind of. I suppose it was scared into out of time and just try to, I guess, trap them.
Yeah. Wendigo and the Nightmare. Hello. There's an Ouroboros effect with that City Hunter Love because the Alien and Predator comics were out before that, but like it was more the case though that the comics were the push for it because I think it was oh Christ, not Paul Verhoeven. Oh, never mind. One of the editors was on the toilet when he came up with the idea for Alien vs. Predator. He was in a pitch meeting and he went to the Jacks.
So there's the bit where he kills a scorpion and the Predator seems to show a bit of empathy for us or some kind of like connection to it, and that's interesting.
I think it like it's maybe it's just angry because the scorpion, it wasn't a fair fight, and it's like, okay, these things think they're fucking big men. I'm gonna take them out.
Maybe.
Yes, the 2006 Silent Hill movie was actually awesome. Probably one of the best video game movies out there.
Yeah, I hate to set them on like really drop the ball of those.
Oh yeah, sure. The second one turned Pyramid Head into a good guy.
Different for sure. Instead of just reusing them like the other sequels games did, I guess.
The amount of horror movies I've seen that have Jurassic Park T-Rex, the kind of main villain, is ridiculous. Like Texas Chainsaw 3D, or heroine's about to be killed by the rednecks. and Leatherface turns out to be the anti-hero that we never knew we wanted.
I don't know. Sometimes I think it works. Like, I'd love a movie where Jason's the anti-hero. I mean, I suppose you could say Freddy vs. Jason, is that?
Yeah.
But I'd like one that's more, well, refined. I honestly don't mind. I'm a big fan of fighting against the common foe kind of stories. I mean, I know that they're overplayed, but yeah.
James, who was your favorite character in Predators? Would have been Royce.
I mean, pretty much Royce. I like all of them in their own way. Most of them are kind of, they exist to like serve the theme of the story. So some of them aren't fresh out and developed. But I think those type of movies I really enjoy as well, because there's movies where every character gets a huge amount of development, and then there's movies where the themes are already established, but the characters exist as like personifications of them rather than like having any real like agency of their own. And I think that's two kinds of ways of doing movie, which I enjoy. So I think that was Predators.
Yeah, it's like again they weren't the most, they didn't have the most depth, but there was some really good character moments. Stan's he was brilliant. The bit where they're like showing pictures of their family, and Stan shows them the tattoo, and he's like, "Oh, that's Candy Lee, biggest tits in the state." And they're like, "Oh, is that your girlfriend?" "No, it's my sister." It was just such a brilliant. Or that the other bit, it was like, if I get back, because there's always the classic thing of like some dude who's like, "When I get back, I'm gonna kiss my wife and child. When I go back, I'm gonna go fishing with my son." No, Stans is like, "When I go back, I'm gonna do so much coke and rape me so many fine bitches." I love that line. And Topher Grace is, yeah, 5 o'clock, bitch raping time.
That's like a joke I would make, to be honest, that Topher Grace makes. Like, that's my kind of humor, I think. I love the shot where they climb down the hill. I don't know how far behind you are, but
no, they're overlooking the valley. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're pretty much close enough. Yeah, I love that shot of them going down to the valley. Something about it's really cool. It's like after this point, there's no return. They're all gonna die, I guess.
Anthony, thanks a million for stopping in, dude. What 3D prints are you going to get, Nelgy? Again, if you get a chance, check out my friend's artwork on Blogspot. One thing, and I'm not trying to be a dick, but I never really got the so-called close friendship between Mac and Blaine. I don't know, just that scene where they're just drinking. It doesn't.
I suppose it's one of those things that was. I suppose it's one of those things that was just there, and they didn't like really highlight it. I suppose it's just some kind of thing that's backstory, I guess.
Oh yeah, I know that, but
yeah, I mean, I'd agree, to be honest. But
ooh, nice.
I do wonder if this is like an anti-Vietnam movie, because Aliens was.
Yeah, oh yeah, and Aliens was a Vietnam analogy. This is as well to a point where you have soldiers who don't understand the landscape and are getting totally they're getting boned by this creature who's using the trees, who's using the forest to its advantage.
So what you're saying is the Predator is an Ewok.
Dude, Ewoks are double hard fuckers.
I know. I'm one of the guy who defends that the Ewoks killed the stormtroopers. So,
If if the Predator landed on Endor, it would be fucked. Although I do, there's this brilliant picture of like two predators in a room, and it's all stuffed and skinned like Ewoks. And the predator goes to the sad looking predator. Yeah, Brian, I don't think you're taking this very seriously.
I think a slight improvement to this movie would have what's the hostage's name? I forget the character's name.
Anna.
Anna. Yeah, if they had her come back and help Dutch a bit, I feel that would be a little bit better.
Well, she does like.
I mean, she doesn't necessarily. I mean, there's the whole thing of the helicopter and stuff like that, but like, I suppose that
I'm not trying to shoot down your argument.
No. I'm just saying, like,
it's
some movies like this do that. So maybe that would have been cool to give it a little bit more to do if they did that. But then,
there's people that say they can see the Predator in that scene. I'm like, no.
What is scene?
Huh?
Like,
there's a scene where Dutch and Billy are looking straight ahead at the trees, and apparently you can see him, and I'm like, huh.
No, I mean he's the most easy to spot like thing in this movie. Like literally, the cloaking is easier to spot than most.
No, if he had natural camouflage, it would probably work better.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's just technology of the time kind of thing.
Fun fact about Sonny Landham. He had a fairly rough upbringing. He was in prison, and I think he had issues with alcohol abuse. So he had a very hot temper. The company, the insurance company, wouldn't let McTiernan hire him unless they got a bodyguard. Not for him, but to follow him around and make sure he didn't puck the shit out of the other actors or crew members.
Oh, so he was the predator of the film set.
Oh yeah.
Shane Black, look out! Look out! It's Fox Studios. They're going to reshoot your movie. Look out! Oh, too late, man. You had a chance to stop it.
Maybe there can be an evening cut.
Release the black cut.
There is a push for. There was a Kickstarter for that. It was called.
I think of all the movies to get like some director's cut, I doubt it'll be a bleak Predator movie. Like,
there's an entire last quarter. It's different,
and
it's filmed.
You know, the only thing that lets the Predator really down for me is just like the final battle. I kind of just sort of felt nothing really. I couldn't really have like an impact. Like 2 was kind of like a chase scene in reverse because it was obviously the cop chasing the Predator. And then, you know, the first one is about the macho man. I know everyone has to take their shirts off and just go punch each other movie. I don't know.
Well, the original, there's a couple of inceptions for this movie. One is someone made a joke about Rocky having no one left to fight, so he'd have to fight someone in space. And the other story was the Thomas brothers. In the original story, it was supposed to be a group of aliens that hunted one man. It was a group of different species of alien that hunted one individual. Jen, do you just want to see Arnie and the Predator in the Running Man suit because they might have a big codger and it might be obvious through the suit. Is that it?
No,
I'm not judging. I don't judge. We don't judge here. Safe circle.
So that idea about the one person getting chased by a predator, that's basically Alien Die Hard.
Yeah.
So like,
LJ, see you later, dude. Thank you.
I see you, dude.
I knew it. I knew it, Jennifer. She wants to say
I mean, there are people who still think Arnie's hot now, so you know. It's not like he hasn't aged badly, that's for sure.
He trimmed up. There was a couple of years back where just Jesus, it looked like he looked like a doll that had been left in the radiator for a day and a half.
Yeah, I suppose everyone kind of goes through that phase, but
well, he's fucking 76, so like you can't really fault the man. Jesus, if we were that fucking good looking at 76 though as well. Like.
So Stallone's trying to get Demolition Man 2 off the ground. I'll
watch it if they do something really stupid. If they clone Simon
how stupid are we talking? Like, which direction?
Okay, yeah, well, it's pretty stupid to start with. But if they clone Simon Phoenix, I want Wesley Snipes back. Because Wesley Snipes is fantastic.
Yeah, I haven't seen Wesley Snipes in a while. What was the last thing you saw him in?
Last big thing I saw him in was Expendables 3.
Oh, yeah. How is Expendables 3? Because it seemed like a lot more fun than the first two.
Okay, slight plot spoiler. The start of the movie is the Expendables are breaking Wesley Snipes out of prison.
Oh.
And if they go through all this shit, when they finally rescue him, he's in a big Soviet gulag, and they rescue him. And this is sheer fucking genius on Stallone or Snipes' part, whoever come up with it. One of the guys goes, "What were you in there for?" And he's like, "Tax evasion." And I'm like, "That fucking gold."
Not a bad joke. And Expendables is a weird franchise to me. I suppose I don't really.
If you take it seriously, if someone goes into Expendables taking it seriously,
yeah, I don't think it's about taking it seriously. I think it's the fact that it's clearly meant to be an 80s movie, but doesn't feel it to me.
Here's the thing, though. There's too many winks and nods, and
especially in two. Like you've been back enough.
Being serious when it came across as tacky, and silly.
I mean, the main scene I remember from Expendables 2 is when like Bruce Willis and like Arnie are like just quoting "I'll be back" at each other verbatim, like "you've been back enough" and stuff like that. Like, what does that even mean? Like, how many times has he been back for him to quote that? I don't
know. James, City Hunter Love makes a good point about Anna that you might be interested in.
Yeah. I said that was partly my thought. I know was Isabel in Predators for a little bit, but then no. But she basically kind of has the same kind of character because she's obviously given the context from this movie to her character. Oh, there's our invisible boy. You know, I think having glowing eyes defeats the objective. Yeah, Mr. Predator. There you go. There goes our minigun. No more of that. This is what I was talking about when there's like little action. The amount of action here is them destroying the tree line.
They had to redress this several times.
Because they needed the set again or something.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is the set, right?
Fucking sure, McTiernan was a perfectionist.
So, I mean, they could have gone in a direction where the Predator was like basically unkillable with this because like the fact that it survived this is kind of unreal. Like,
well, the thing was, they were aiming directly ahead, right? The Predator. Yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3. He gets up to the tree line and he goes above where they're firing.
Yeah, I suppose he goes Spider-Manning up in the trees, maybe. I suppose part of it could have just not died from that with the bullets, and it could have just been like, oh, it's an inhuman monster. What on earth is it? No thing on earth could survive that. So I don't know.
I'm kind of in a love-hate kind of debate over Alien Isolation because I adore the game, but I don't like the way you can't outright kill the xenomorph. Like firearms won't kill it. Again, I kind of make a whole headcanon theory that like the munitions on board Sevastopol aren't like to the same grade as the Colonial Marine munitions. So. I don't know about me being a perfectionist. Oh. Hello, Dave. James, my friend Dave Maggot.
Oh.
Dave, do you want to pause so
Hi.
you can catch up and we give you a time code?
Oh, no, it's okay. I can only stop in for a little bit. But, happy birthday.
Thank you very much, dude. Thank you.
Hey, everybody.
What video were you working on, dude?
Oh, I got some VHS tapes in today. It's just uploading now, and then I gotta just put the thumbnail on it.
Oh, cool.
Ooh, getting some VHS like tingles at the minute.
Dave, because I know you'd be into this. James has recently watched the Friday the 13th movies.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Try to power through them because at most I only saw maybe 6 and like Jason X, and that was literally it before. So
those ones are really fun though. And I got this is the Majorettes, but under a different title.
Mm.
Now I got this one on every format. I got VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray.
Dave, maybe you can help me. I'm trying to fucking think of a movie that stars Ron Howard's creepy-looking younger brother who's getting bullied at school.
Oh, that is
He has a keyboard that brings killer pigs to life.
It's Evil Speak.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. That's got a really cool ending to it.
If I'm not mistaken, the dopey dad from that 70s show is also the bully in it.
Yeah. He's like a teenager in it. It's crazy. Or teenager, like quote unquote teenager.
I guess this kind of shows how kind of close Mac and Blaine were. It's the funeral kind of scene here. Dave, who's your favorite character from Predator, bar Dutch?
Shane Black's character is it Hawkins?
Yeah, with the jokes.
Yeah, he's my favorite. And probably him, Jesse Ventura. I want to say Action Jackson. What the heck is this? Apollo?
Oh God!
Action Man.
Apollo Creed.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe.
Yeah. And then freaking dude from Commando, or he kills on the point. Wait, no, does he get no?
Mac.
Yeah, Mac. Okay. Yeah.
What, dude from Commando? You mean Arnold Schwarzenegger? that unknown actor.
Oh, I need it on 8-track, Zach.
I have to say the invisibility stuff's a lot better than I remember.
Mhm.
Like looking back on it, it's honestly wasn't that bad. I suppose some of my brain kind of thought it was like terrible or something for some reason.
Well, I got the copy. I got a copy on Blu-ray here, and they got rid of the grain on this one. But as a result, Arnie looks like a Ken doll, and poor Carl Weathers looks like a bar of chocolate. He looks like a
Oh
really
God!
big
And
bar of chocolate.
who's the sergeant at the beginning who sweats? And on Blu-ray, you can see every pore.
Um,
Is it Mac?
Mac?
It's Mac. Is
Yeah,
it,
No, you can see
Mac.
it's that guy with the mustache who's yelling at. Is he yelling at Arnold Schwarzenegger at the beginning?
Oh yeah,
uh,
the general whatever dude or colonel whatever his face is.
Yeah. Oh, the first time I saw that on Blu-ray, you could see every
Yeah.
just every dot on his face just dripping sweat.
Yeah, it's sometimes the downside of like 4K Blu-rays and things like that is sometimes you don't want to see everything.
Right? Yeah, I was
Sometimes
hiding
things
it.
are better in your imagination from 30 years ago. Sometimes.
You're like, how can he still breathe with that much nose hair?
Yeah. I need to get that Blu-ray pack that they put out recently with all the movies in it, pretty much, like all up until Predators, or
If you
up until the Predator.
Yeah, if you can, try and find a Steelbook one, because I think you get the first issue of the Dark Horse comic.
Oh, cool. I almost bought it. I was at FYE one day and I held it, but I didn't pick it up. It was like $40.
How are you doing with work and stuff? Because
Oh man,
retail now, man.
yeah, in a supermarket, I'm exhausted. It's crazy.
Are you getting many Karens?
Oh God, yes. Well, they get more up front, but I'm in the bakery, so I just get them to.
They seem to have reached some kind of like resurgence given the whole pandemic thing.
Yeah. Just them. They want me to get their cake orders correctly, like perfectly.
All the kind of I'm glad I got out of them.
I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't like fit. I can't deal with that pressure. I don't think.
Try 15 years of it, James.
No.
Oh God, I've been.
Well, I've tried 23 years of being alive, and that's terrible. So I feel like I'll wait another 15.
Oh, fucking retail for like since '97.
You worked at a fucking video store and all, didn't you?
Yeah, it wasn't should have been cooler than you'd expect, but
Clerks lied to me.
yeah.
I mean, I have to say, like Blockbuster looks cool, but I think working there would have sucked because, like, I remember being there. Well, the last one I was in before they closed down. And I don't know it just seems very quiet, even though it has a very like homely feel to it. I don't think I could.
Working there sucks balls.
Yeah.
I was at Hollywood Video. They made me the first like year. They made me wear like a fucking monkey suit, like a clip-on bow tie, and like a vest. And it was
For a fucking video store.
Yeah,
I thought the standard look was just like dumb polo shirt, jeans.
Yeah, it became that after a while. Yeah.
Wait, a bow tie for
a dirty
video
bow tie and like a weird fucking vest. It
Wow.
was so lame, and like I kept switching managers, and it would just be like a stern asshole, and then he'd be like "fuck it," and then he'd leave, and then a stern asshole, and then they'd be like "fuck my life," and then he'd leave.
They'd leapfrog.
Yeah, it was just fucking, and it got to the point where I would sleep in the office because nobody would come in there during the day, so I just shut the light off, and I'd go to sleep until I heard tapes drop in the return, or
here comes the pig,
or the door would beep.
At this stage, Max should realize that it's a fucking boar he's killing and not a. Kill him anyway. Couldn't you kill anything bigger?
He just goes nuts, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He loses his fucking mind in like 2 minutes.
Me making a bacon sandwich. Nah.
Sure, when he goes after, when he's going after the predator, fucking sitting in Montal Sally, he's out of his mind. Or even the scene where they're waiting for the predator to attack, and he's got the disposable razor.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, man. Have you any reviews or anything coming up soon, Dave?
I did one last night for a movie that's got like Mel Novak from like Game of Death in it. It's got Richard Tyson from Kindergarten Cop. It's got Billy Worth from Lost Boys. Yeah, I did that. People have been just reaching out to me to do reviews of their movies and stuff, like sending me screeners and whatnot. I did one called An Hour to Kill that was really good last week, and then this one was a decent watch. It was like an Andy Sedaris film, but modern day. So I got enjoyment out of it. And then he sent me one last night for like an anthology. The title is like Frankenstein something. Let me see.
Any more trauma stuff in the works, or kind of any stories or anything?
Like reviewing trauma movies.
Yeah, but had you what was it you worked on before? You actually worked.
Oh, right. Nothing for trauma. There's another one coming out that I got Queenie and Bronco Juggalo in. It's coming out.
Nice.
Actually, the company that put these out might put it out. I know they put out the first one that we did a thing for, but yeah, it's called Gore Theater. And this new one is Gore Theater Part 2. And I don't know what company's putting it out though, but it might be SRS Cinema again, hopefully.
And any kind of time frame when that might be out?
No. The producer is from the UK, and he kind of just passes them along, and then after a while, he finds out when they're gonna get released or how you can pre-order on Amazon and stuff. So I'm sure he'll let me know soon.
Cool beans.
Yeah. But besides that, I've just been writing a script for Ivan the Movie Void. I'm writing a script that he gave me a concept and a title, and then I wrote a script for him. So
I was talking to Ivan there. He's so happy his apartment is still in one fucking.
That's good. Yeah. Things are crazy, man. Things are nuts. I'm happy they didn't get to his apartment, but he's safe up in Canada at least.
There's like, okay, it's LA, New York, and
Indianapolis, Boston. They had fires in Boston last night. Good thing I'm like 45 minutes out of Boston, so.
Boston.
Yeah, it's not who they think it is. It's outside agitators trying to blame them,
Yeah, it seems to be fucking that idiot fucking Jake Logan. What's the
Jake Paul.
Who's the arsehole who filmed
Jake Paul, or Logan Paul.
He was
I mean, if you're looking for the asshole, that's people try for YouTube.
Ah, yes.
There you go. They're trying to do the thing where they're going, primal to destroy the predator, but they're not going macho primal enough. They need to take their shirts off, cover themselves in mud.
But they're about to do that. They're about to take their shirts off.
Yeah, but they're trying to make traps. But you have to become the predator to kill the predator.
That's what. Yeah, Arnold does that at the end.
Yeah,
imagine though, right?
The theme of this movie every time.
At the end of Home Alone, we don't. It just shows Kevin's mother. It doesn't show her father. And at the end of Home Alone, Dutch just walks in. I'm home. Put that down. That's how Kevin learned how to make all the traps.
Yeah. I like how they say Kevin from Home Alone is just like a Jigsaw when he was a child.
Dave, have you seen that funny video where Kevin gets picked up by an Uber driver?
Yep.
And he's emotionally scarred.
Yeah.
I hope that new that Jigsaw spin-off thing. I hope that looked interesting. I hope that's good.
The trailer
It's,
looks good.
The fucking cast, dude. It's got like what? Chris Rock, Samuel Jackson.
like Chris Rock is like Chris Rock's like the main star, right?
Did he direct it?
I think he did. He
Yeah,
directed.
yeah. He definitely produced it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there seems to be resurgence where like black creators are like getting on horror franchises now and things. That's nice.
Yeah.
Fucking Jordan Peele's thinking of doing a live action version of Gargoyles.
Yes, that would be awesome.
He wants to get Keith David back as Goliath.
That would be awesome. I want to see his Cthulhu movie though. Is he still doing that?
It's a series. It's called Lovecraft Country.
Oh, okay. That sounds familiar.
I might have sent you the trailer, Dave. So just check
Okay.
your PS. I might have sent it to you on that. If not, I can send it to you again.
Okay. Yeah, that's right up my alley. Have you seen? I don't want to spoil it for you, but mentioning it right now will probably spoil it for you. But have you seen Underwater yet?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I adore that movie. I done a spoiler review and a non-spoiler review, and yes, because you brought up that topic after that topic, I'm aware of what happens at the end. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I was so happy. I was like, "Oh my god!" Because they don't mention that at all. They barely even in the trailer.
They don't mention it, but when you see him from a distance, you're like, "That's yeah," and that's. James, if you get a chance, have you seen Underwater yet?
No. I'll don't know. Take a look around, I guess. See what I can find.
Do check it out, dude.
I was watching a bunch of movies last night. I watched Contagion. It was basically the coronavirus movie. That was actually really good.
Everybody's been watching that lately. Like my boss at work, he was even watching it.
Yeah.
Sure. That and Outbreak were like #1 trending on Netflix.
It's actually unreal because like you hear words like social distancing and you see it involves a bat and like it's so close. It's honestly scary.
They're after discovering the fucking patient X strain in France was there since November. Yeah, they reckon it was in Europe well before the New Year.
Oh, I think I watched 10 Cloverfield Lane again this morning. Like, still enjoyed it.
That's good. John Goodman's performance in that is fantastic.
And which one?
10 Cloverfield Lane.
I still gotta see that. I just recently watched Kong Skull Island though for the first time.
Nice.
That's a fun movie.
Yeah.
That's like a classic like a monster thingy movie through and through.
I didn't like it when I saw it first, and then I rewatched it, and I kind of grew to appreciate what they're trying to do.
Yeah, it's just straight up popcorn fun, you know. I love the end too when they're in the headquarters getting interrogated.
Yeah.
And they
it's all the cave paintings.
Yeah. I'm happy that like indie horror directors are getting to direct those movies now.
Yeah. Fucking who directed was it Aquaman?
Oh yeah, James Wan directed Aquaman, yeah. And Fast and the Furious 7, he did F7. And Mike Doherty, who did Trick or Treat and Krampus, he did King of the Monsters.
Yeah.
And now Adam Wingard, who did like the VHS movies and like The Guest and the Blair Witch, is doing Kong versus Godzilla.
Ooh.
Yeah. The Guest is awesome. And You're Next.
Dave, if someone asked me to give a rundown of what The Guest would be, I would say it's like Halloween, but you replace Michael Myers with Steve Rogers.
Yes. Yeah, it is. It is. That is. It's and the music is so John Carpenter. It's like.
Oh yeah.
It's so badass.
I know there's a lot of people who hate it, but It Follows. I actually like It Follows.
I'm one of the people that don't like it, but But I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack is
Yeah.
amazing. It's the best part of it. I'd buy the soundtrack.
Max gone crazy. Actually, just some of the things, the comments in the chat. Did any ever have to use a clothes hanger for your hey UXSX?
Us only.
Did
Us only.
any of you guys ever have to use a clothes hanger to get your TV working?
Yes. Yes.
I don't think I was in that era.
Those were the fucking days. I remember just being like sleeping over my grandmother's house in the empty attic.
Make an aerial out of the hanger. Or was that something else?
Yeah. No, that's it.
Okay. No. Before
My
my
mom
time.
used to go ape shit because my dad done it the whole time.
I used to watch like old episodes of old episodes of Tales from the Dark Side on a black and white TV up in my grandmother's attic. Those were the days.
I had dude, fucking TV with knobs. I remember watching Land of the Giants on my old black and white TV, and just the fucking the struggle to try and keep it tuned in.
Yeah, I catch that show every now and sometimes. Like, I'm like, I don't know if I like it though. I suppose it's just because it's like Land of Giants and just like it's just normal giant humans in a normal world, and then they're tiny. I don't know if I get it.
There was giant spiders and a giant cow and a dog in it as well.
Over here.
I like in the second one. He's like, "Want some candy?"
God, next movie needs to have the Predator say like memes and things. Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Oh, don't.
But they're all like 2 years out of date because the movie took so long to make.
The Predator just kills. The Predator. Arnie comes back, but he gets killed right away. The Predator's like, "Okay, boomer," and it's like, "Fuck you."
I actually want this movie now. I stop coming up with dumb ideas. I end up liking them. I do it all the time.
Damn you, James. Do you guys ever? Okay, this is pure, literally tinfoil hat territory. Do you guys ever like think about? Oh, I have a cool idea for a movie, and then a month later, someone releases the very idea you had.
Mm-hmm. It used to be that way for comic books in the 90s.
I was like, I'm putting.
I'm sure.
I'm wrapping my head in fucking tinfoil, so Hollywood doesn't get my stuff.
Yeah, that's what I always figured. They had like a satellite on my head or something.
They're trying to make a Five Nights at Freddy's movie for years, and then some other company just made the evil animatronic thingy.
The thing is,
So, like,
Banana Splits
someone
was
always
around
beats you to it.
before, right, Dave? Banana Splits was around before Five Nights at Freddy's, right?
No, well, the TV show was, but they weren't. In the TV show, they were just animals. They weren't animatronic.
Oh yeah, but it's easy to see that they could have used a jump off point from the. I don't know. I just
No. The way I see it, I see they probably tried to acquire the Five Nights at Freddy's rights, but weren't able to. So they just kind of like acquired rights that they were able to, and they made the Banana Splits movie. That's what I figure. That's my theory about it.
Are you getting the Max Dessing?
Yeah, the one thing that I'm going to nitpick and it shoots him point blank range, right? As obviously it blows a big hole in his head, yet but here it shows his body and his face is intact.
Yeah.
It blew a fucking hole clean in the center.
Well, you know what to say about John McTiernan, but bad director.
The hack.
Yeah.
Didn't he go to fucking jail?
Yeah.
For wiretapping?
Why would it? Did he try to rob a skyscraper or something?
No.
Just like illegally taping things, like
Did he
conversation.
drive a taxi through a park to try and get a bomb?
No, he made the remake of Rollerball. That's what he
And then
said.
they put him in jail for it.
I don't know what the hell a rollerball is. Is that like a Beyblade?
You're a better person for not knowing about it, James. Okay.
It's like futuristic roller derby with like death and violence.
But what's the context? Why is there an evil roller derby?
Because the company wants to make money.
Yeah.
Out of roller skates?
Yeah, and John Renault's the baddie.
The original.
Oh,
Good.
oh.
Yeah, the original.
Yeah, the original was 77, and James Caan, right?
Did it also have rollerblades?
Yeah.
Roller skates.
I don't think I could take either of them seriously. Sorry.
It's got a really cool cover. Was that
I mean,
the hand with the spikes on it?
I mean, I'll take a movie about a ghost shark that eats you from a butthole, but I won't
Oh, I
take
love Ghost Shark.
roller skates. Ghost Shark's one of the few like shark movies that actually delivers on its dumb.
Dave, you'd be delighted to know James loves reviewing shitty shark movies.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. I got it.
Yeah,
You have a channel?
I started a podcast a bit ago.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to re-upload them to YouTube again, but it's called The Search for Good Shark Movies. That's literally the aim of the game. I want to get to at least 50 episodes, but the aim would be 100. But
are you going to review Shark Exorcist?
Oh no!
I'm
thinking about doing it next. Cause I've got 2 scripts already written, so I can just.
I told you what happens in the end, right?
I
told you what happens in the aquarium with the young girl in the end.
I think I've actually forgotten it.
She gets herself off to a toy shark.
Oh yeah. Now I remember. I knew it was something.
Billy.
So I think Billy's death scene and what's his face in Predators is the same. Like
Anto,
even the same.
Yeah.
Even
and Kin Willy as well.
Yeah, they all have the same music as well. But I suppose it's when someone goes to challenge a Predator 1-1. But they don't do it right because they don't fully understand the primordial nature of taking your shirt off and punching people enough yet.
Go! It was a good thing it was a chopper, not the plane.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the aircraft.
Get to the boat. No, get to the spaceship.
Get to the Uber.
Get to the Uber.
Get to the penny farthing.
Can you imagine Arnie in one of those ridiculous bikes? It would be adorable.
I want to see him on a tricycle with those massive legs. I think that would hurt after a while trying to pedal like that when you're that size.
Dude, he'd tear the pedals off the fucking thing.
They would just collapse. The tires would blow out like instantly. You just sit on it. You get the seat all muddy.
Oh, so here's the bit that, where you have how it should have ended with like why didn't they all throw the guns down kind of thing.
I know they didn't figure that out in the first one.
I don't know if it's about figuring out. I guess they're just soldiers.
He would have hunted them anyway.
Oh, because they're soldiers. Yeah, they fit the criteria.
Yeah, I suppose maybe it would have tried fight them 1-on-1, like with fists or something like.
Yeah.
But anyway, maybe.
James, did you see myself and Dave's crossover where we reviewed all the Predator movies?
Probably not. No, don't think so.
You gotta check it out.
Mm.
Hide
in the fridge. No, hide in the freezer.
Basically, I go to Dave. I was like, well, in Batman versus Predator 366, Mr. Freeze was able to hide the freezer. And Dave was like, opening up his little fridge. He goes, I don't think this is going to work. Or you're wearing the camouflage, and then you realize
that would be. That would be a fun twist for like a Predator 5 or something where a guy goes in the fridge to get like cold enough to not be seen or something.
The guy survives the Predator but ends up freezing to death from hypothermia.
Yeah. Can't be a jungle movie without jumping off a waterfall. Actually, I was watching Apocalypto last night, and the guy jumped off a waterfall there. So
Those guys are so lucky that the jaggediest rocks aren't right below them.
Right? Like in reality.
I mean, in that movie, you do see some of the generic bad dudes get smashed. I guess in Apocalypto, so that's something.
In high school, I had a friend who fell off a waterfall. She was in a body cast the entire year. She missed out on a whole school year.
Fuck.
But just wasn't like absolutely shredded like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean that's it was so shredded.
She was a skinny girl. She was like
impact.
really skinny, so her bones just kind of like annihilated, you know.
But did she at least get to walk again?
Yeah, oh yeah, she can walk now. This is the whole like for like a year. She was in the full body cast. Okay, dude. Okay, Brad, hit me up on the Facebook messengers. But yeah, that's what happened. Well, if you don't die, your body just says "fuck, I'm done" for a year.
Which City Hunter Love? Whose face can't you stand? What? An actress or a person in a comic? Because I know you hate Michiko Nagachi from the AVP comic with a passion.
I'm indifferent to most Predator comics, so I don't know.
Is that her?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta read this. My friend.
Oh, look, a half-naked Predator woman.
Dude, Dave, don't read that yet.
Oh, okay. Get another one first.
Yeah, fuck. Okay, I'm going to try with the miracle of God to post you over a book. Third time lucky.
Yeah.
I've attempted to post Dave Tins twice and they've gotten lost. But you know what? Maybe with the coronavirus, I might actually fucking be able to post something properly. But no, that's part 3 of a 2-part book. First one's called Hunter's Planet.
Oh, okay.
You could read it, but you'd be kind of at a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, who are you talking about? You can't stand her face. Okay.
Oh no, you can't see Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I hope this is mod. This is a fucking elephant at the top. Just fucking
We talked about that bit in that Jurassic Park 3 commentary, like where they're covering themselves and shit, and that imagine if the was like that the entire time, like at the entire end of the movie.
Yes.
That would have been something.
Harsh.
I mean, it's not like the Predator like needs smell. Its vision is based on smell. As a bit of a Radri of the logs, just kicks them around.
This would make an awesome tree house.
Wonder what kind of Predator this actually is. Like, what's his like personality? It's interesting.
Do you want a soapbox?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, this guy, he isn't an ancient, but he's an experienced hunter. The guy in part 2 is essentially a kid. He's the 1 and 2 is a young lad who's in the scouts, and he's been sent on a fishing trip. This guy, he's a more experienced hunter. He has his own ship.
Yeah, but he hasn't like done the manual thing against one guy. So I guess.
Well, see, here's the thing with all the Predator movies, and I'm excluding the AVPs. In the Predator movies, even the Predator, how they're defeated is they're too cocky. In this one, it thinks it has Arnold. It's going in for the kill, gets killed.
Yeah,
Predator 2.
It kind of like poses them.
Predators.
He honestly keeps them alive in a way.
It's because they're too arrogant. They're an arrogant species.
I think it's also about this is like a film about becoming more like primal and in tune with your cavemen, like warrior hunter heritage and stuff.
It is another part. It is.
Yeah,
it's the whole
kind of thing.
Like return into the whole flight and fight thing, so you can fucking you become more like what's hunting you.
Yeah, but because you've been relied so much on the military and modern whatever conveniences that you've lost how to actually fight nature.
Yeah.
or something.
It's the over reliance on tech.
It's also kind of like the John McClane thing, I guess, where like, oh, I hate technology, I'm going to go punch it, which he doesn't die out for.
Well, but then that's also going back to the whole Robert E. Howard thing of Conan the Barbarian. Conan doesn't like magic and civilization, so you could equate that to someone who doesn't like
there's always these kind of like
magic. You could equate
there's
modern
always these macho characters that like hate the kids, and that just seems to be a trope in every action movie, really.
But no, it comes from that though. It comes from that. It's like, you know, Conan doesn't like fucking magic or civilization. So a modern hero shouldn't like technology, the reliance on technology or modern society. It is kind of the whole hero with 1,000 faces kind of trope.
Oh, look, he's so strong. Oh, yeah.
Come kill me now.
I need to moisturize. God, my follicles. I'm not exfoliating.
One ugly motherfucker.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
It's probably one of the better montages in like an action movie.
Oh, I love gearing up montages.
Yeah, but like, I think this one, like, because in Rocky, you don't really need the montage. It's not like necessarily leading to action.
Dude! Rocky 4!
Yeah. The fucking mountains.
There's no reason for him to go to the mountains. I mean, the montages are good, but at least in Predator, the montages are connected.
Me singing is scary. Thanks a million, Jennifer. Thanks. Apparently my voice is scary. I'll never make it in the voice.
You guys seen Rambo 5?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It wasn't as good as 4, but it kind of starts off a bit slow, but I like the end, you know.
The ending was cool. Absolutely. If ever there's a movie going, Mexico, bad place. Mexico, bad place. Don't go to Mexico. Mexico's filled with zombie monster men. What the fuck? It's just...
Yeah, that one was definitely trying to play with the heartstrings, but it kind of came off as dumb. Like,
again, here's the difference, right? Rambo 4. Rambo 4. It portrays the fucking the bad guy soldiers as vicious bastards. They do something very clever at the start. they show like a massacre. So when Rambo does the stuff he does, it's totally justified. But it also portrays the native people of that region who are of the same nationality as those soldiers as decent people. Whereas this one is just like whole fucking Mexico, just a fucking scum.
It did seem like it's one of those post-Trump's America kind of movies, and you have to. I don't know. I'll give it a chance. But even then, some people say Rambo should have just stopped after the first one anyway, given that movie was an anti-war movie, and the rest of them kind of.
In the original movie and the original book, he blows his fucking brains out. That's.
And you can't get a Rambo cartoon series out of that if he does that. I don't think that was imagine if that was the actual plan, though. Oh, but we'll have to keep him around. What about the cartoon series deal? We'll get down the line.
And the toy line. And...
Rambo and the Force of Freedom. Actually, if you guys are interested, Hasbro on their YouTube channel are showing the entire series of G.I. Joe.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I watched the G.I. Joe movies a couple of days ago. Again,
I love how they
They
just.
were kicking themselves when they killed off Channing Tatum in that second one.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't even want to be in the first one. Like,
Yeah. I
he
mean,
only-
I think he only agreed to it because like he was worried it was going to be like a big war propaganda thing, and it ended up basically just being like a boy like a boy toy movie, like Action Man or whatever.
Himself and Joseph Gordon-Levitt were hesitant because they had just done a movie called Stop Loss, which was an anti-war movie,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and then they were going to turn up in this. So when they were explaining, "Oh, this is just a fucking silly cartoon movie. Don't worry about it."
Yeah, they just
I think-
straight up murder like the entire GI Joe team in that second one.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I really like the villain, like the plot and villains in the second one. I think they're all pretty good. I really like Cobra in that, like more than the first one.
Mhm.
Cobra Commander's really cool. He has a really cool coat and helmet. I mean, and that's all you want out if you're a big fascist dictator, isn't this? Really cool clothes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're coming out with. They're doing a third one.
I thought
I'm assuming it's going to be a reboot. There was going.
it was a spin-off. It's going to be Snake Eyes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, Snake Eyes is the best bet.
They were the
people
best
are so-
part. Yeah.
Like, no, Snake Eyes is the best bet to do because it's just it's going to appeal to the weeaboos and Japanese loving dudes. So like, why not?
I saw the second one in 3D in theaters.
Oh yeah, I saw one. Actually, I saw both of them in theaters. I'm very nostalgic for like that era of action movies from about 2007 to ended about 2012. There's a specific era that's kind of gone now of action movie.
Well, what's your favorite movie to come out in that time frame?
I mean, the thing is, some of them aren't as good as you remember when you go back to them. Like,
Okay. What one did you enjoy the most at the time?
I really liked Terminator Salvation at the time because that was my first Terminator movie.
I enjoy Terminator.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was my the first one I could see at the time because I was 12.
It's a movie that isn't like bad Terminator, good Terminator, back in time, one Terminator protects us.
Yeah.
No, it's the future war. It isn't what we wanted at a future war, but it was damn cool. Also, they had a really good comic series, but I won't say any more because James will just throw his eyes up.
I don't know. I mean, I don't mind some comics. I just hate Predator and Alien comics.
Get the fuck off my stream, Dick man!
Oh, come on! You're going to have to take our t-shirts off and fight in the muds, like in the forest.
So you can't see each other.
Yeah.
Dude, you'd win. I've bad knees.
Oh, I've got a bad earth, and I'm an old man, me.
Go away, you child. You're what? 22, 23.
Dude, I feel like 60.
I feel like fucking 90.
Does that mean like the fucking 30's the new 70, 20's the new 60, and Dave, your late 30's is the new 90?
Yep.
Man, the hundreds is going to be pretty cool.
That's when you just turn into Benjamin Button. You just turn back into a kid.
I forgot about that movie. That movie, something scary happened to me in that fucking movie. I fell asleep. I woke up. None of the ushers decided to wake me. I just woke up in this dark room and I was like, what the fuck?
They just
I fell asleep.
they just cleaned around you.
Yeah. They probably thought I was drunk or something.
Oh yeah, I just need warmth.
But yeah, I woke up and like I came out and I was disorientated and they're like, "Are you all right?" And I was, "Where am I? You're in the cinema." And I was like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah. But look to give him all these spears and all these arrows. It's just pure caveman like stuff.
He does have a necklace full of gunpowder though.
Yeah, I don't think that'll catch on as like a trend. He might blow your head off.
Go away, Jen. Women age better than men. You're grand. You're perfectly fine.
No, I'm pretty sure we're going to turn out to be a bunch of silver foxes when we're older, as they call them.
Dude, I'm going to be a bag of fucking oatmeal by the time I'm fucking 50. So.
Oh, well, you can't predict the future, so, it's fine.
Oh, no, I
You
can.
can fight the future.
Punch the future.
Mulder and Scully can fight the future.
Yeah.
Oh,
I really loved X-Files season 11, to be honest. That was so good.
Was it with 10 when they came back? Was 10?
Yeah, 10 was when they came back.
I watched a couple
mixed bag
episodes,
for people.
then I lost track. Yeah.
Yeah, but 11 was really good. I'm
I
actually fine
only
with the
liked
whole.
one episode of that, and it was with your man from Flight of the Conchords. The guy who was bitten by a human, the monster bitten by a human.
Yeah, I love that episode. That's the one I watched. That was amazing.
That was like the funniest thing I'd seen in quite some time. Like,
The manager from Flight of the Conchords.
Yeah. Well, the name he picked, Guy Man.
Yeah.
I'm Guy Man.
It's still like a name that could exist because it could. Oh, there you go. Not only has to, fighting with his fists.
Myself and my friends used to laugh at this. Imagine he took off his helmet and he just asphyxiated the moment he took off his fucking helmet. And he's like, yeah!
Yeah, it's like Darth Vader taking his helmet off. And they start the whole trend of like looking into people's like eyes to like see their soul or whatever.
To this day, that I know I'm going to get shit over this. I do love the design of the City Hunter, but this is the best. Stan Winston outdid himself with that fucking head. Bad idea.
I'm gonna be, Jen. I'm gonna be 39 at the end of the month. June 28th. I'd rather be 40 though, just to get rid of the 30s. Just kind of.
Just be done with it.
Yeah.
Round it up.
Yeah.
Oh.
At least the 30s were half good, but the 20s sucked.
Yeah, well, 20s. Take it from me, 20s are still terrible.
Not for me. When I was between 22 to 24, I got so fucking drunk. It was funny.
Awesome. I did too.
Well, but being in your 20s now is the worst. This world is sure the worst. Because like you've got so much time left, but like not. You also feel like you don't have enough, so it's just kind of weird.
Yeah.
Thing.
Dude, James, I'm gonna get you a lady.
No.
I'm gonna find you a woman.
That was I was mainly talking more about politics, but sure, whatever.
Fine, I'll get you a lady whose aspirations are politics.
Mm.
So you're gonna what was that lady who was almost vice president and she lived in Alaska?
Hillary
Oh,
Clinton?
Sarah Palin.
Oh, Jennifer.
Oh,
yeah, Palin.
She was a brilliant baddie in Iron Sky, actually.
I gotta get those.
In Iron Sky too, as well. She plays Hitler's granddaughter, who's half dinosaur.
I miss. Iron Sky took so long to get out, and when it came out, no one cared really. Because like the whole dumb Nazi thing was kind of gone.
City Hunter Love. I used to think like that, but I watched Personal Shopper, and I watched.
No, Christian Stewart's way better now. Like, it's
Yeah.
once you've escaped Twilight, you can actually become a good actor.
Yeah.
Like Robert
She's,
Pattinson.
The
I want to see that
yeah,
Charlie
yeah.
Angels movie. It's like, I don't
I'm
know.
not liking the bat costume in daylight. It looks like a gimp suit.
What
Come
did
on, yeah! Come
Is he
on.
just is he just losing the cape entirely?
It's just he's got a collar, and it's just the mask looks too tight for his face. Or
Maybe
the cowl.
they'll CGI it like Green Lantern.
No. Poor Arnie's about to oversell his track too much and come on, do it now, kill me. Yeah, you wait a second.
Kill me.
No one wants to die that bad.
After the day he had, I'm pretty sure he'd welcome death.
I think I broke my ass.
Did you see me go over the waterfall?
I have a segment of granite in my anus. God.
Oh yeah, Kristen Stewart's she's really good in The Runaways as Joan Jett, and she's good in Underwater.
She's awesome in Underwater.
Yeah, I've never seen On the Road, the Jack Kerouac movie thingy, but she seems okay in that, you know.
God, I love how just like that was so how tired and done like Dutch is. It's like, oh
Yeah.
I like how the Predator's like, you fucking prick.
They're both tired, yeah.
You cheated, so I'm gonna cheat as well.
Yeah.
I think the Predator was going to have fun towards the end. He was like, hey, this is a nice change of pace.
Yeah. They put up a fight, you know.
Oh.
And then you got Wile E. Coyotes.
Yeah.
That's not a smartphone app. That's not a smartphone app at all.
Oh.
Arnie outruns a nuclear explosion.
Now, it's an alien nuclear explosion. It's different.
Originally, it was supposed to be a ship that blows up, not him. But they didn't have enough money to do the ship.
No, I mean, I don't really buy it's like a nuke. It seems a bit.
Have any of you guys seen? Have any of you guys seen the picture of Van Damme in the original Predator costume?
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say earlier.
I want to. The Predator would be like kickboxing, wouldn't it? It would have to be.
Yeah.
That's a whole gimmick.
He got fired though.
Van Damme was kicking.
He used to bitch and he wouldn't do any of the fucking stunts.
Yeah.
And then Boss Studios' costume was ridiculous. Yeah, City Hunter, love, you're right, because he was a younger Predator. He was a juvenile. He was cutting his.
Oh, you're laughing? You're about to blow up? You're about to blow up and you're laughing?
That had him bollocks at the end of it. He just had the line, I need a vacation. Every fucking. Then he goes on vacation and the resort is attacked. I need to go back to work.
Kaboom. Well, we did it, boys. Predators and no more.
It wasn't Annie that defeated the Predators. It was Fox Studios.
You know what I wanted so much more at the end of the Predator?
What?
I wanted you know when they find that thing and they open it up?
Yeah?
I wanted
the Predator killer.
Dutch to be in there.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
so Dave, do you want to run down on the 4 different endings?
Yeah.
First ending was meant to be Dutch. That didn't happen. Second ending, it was meant to be Ripley.
Oh.
How the fuck did that work? Then it was meant to be Newt.
Time travel.
Then it was meant to be a fucking alien egg.
Yeah.
There was also supposed to
So
be
what-
about
so what-
8 hybrid predators in the pod that was dropped. I might do. I done a quick rundown video of it, but I might do
What you're
return.
saying is the Predator killer is the best ending.
Yeah, sadly
Yeah.
enough, that's the sad part.
I mean, to be honest, like would have been fun to see any of those, but here's the thing: anytime you set up a sequel in like one of these movies like this, a Predator movie comes out every 10 to 8 years, right?
Right.
And by then, they don't continue the sequel as a sequel. They make it standalone.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen what happened fucking Royce and Isabel on Predators.
Right, yeah.
But they're not going to do that because it's been too long.
Hell,
No one went to see the movie. And it was
I
too
would
late.
love to see a fucking sequel that would be like 1715 with okay, it's basically a remake of Predators, but it's set in 1856. So you have a samurai, you have a Confederate soldier, you have an Apache warrior, you have well, who else would be bombing around from that time? Hell, even earlier, have a bunch of Vikings.
It's kind of like
Bunch of
weird
pirates.
end credits. These end credits are basically like I guess like obviously out of character moments because they like looking at the camera. So like these obviously didn't happen in the movie.
Not necessarily, because those end credits are kind of a throwback to 1970s westerns and war movies. Well, with the likes of Peck and Pal.
Everybody else now the camera, but Dutch was just like,
Telly Savalas and fucking Telly Savalas and O.J. Simpson, just like, we all died in the movie, but hey, we're in the clouds. Our mission was successful, kind of job. Predator.
Bad movie. I hated it.
It was never better though.
Couldn't believe you made us watch this terrible movie. Why?
Why? Because I hate you, James. I hate you.
Yeah, I hate me too.
I love you, especially your beard.
No, I'm gonna shave it soon.
Okay, actually, hang on a minute, guys. Before we end the chat here, out of the three of us, who has the best beard? No pressure. James turns out to lie. Part of this. We all have lovely beards. Dave, thanks.
I'm gonna go for a goatee next. I think.
Absolutely. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. James, as always, thank you very much, dude.
Yeah,
do any of you guys want to plug what you got coming up next?
I just put out the unboxing for the VHS. I have another Mr. Maggot's Maggoty reviews on this channel called Indie Horror Film Creative.
Cool beans.
So that'd be episode 2 of season 4 on there, because this season's exclusively on their channel.
Cool beans. James, have you any shark reviews or audio comments coming up?
Well, I'd have to record. I've got 2 episodes of that podcast written. I just need to actually record them. Next up, I'm trying to do a new series called Tube Talk. It's like where you have a one-on-one conversation with someone about YouTube content creation and like how it makes you feel, like what like your personal philosophies and why you do it and that kind of thing. And I suppose a bit about mental health. It's kind of like an interview, but it's more about people, I guess, like confiding things they may not say about YouTube or something.
Just to be with other YouTube creators, right?
Yeah, the first guy I got is Michael Farm guy. Maybe not, but he works on like stop motion and stuff like that. That's his deal. So I'm going to see if I can talk to him first, and then if people seem interested, hopefully more people actually try and talk to us. That'd be nice.
I don't know about you, but I'd be willing to do it because one of the reasons I started my channel was I fucking kind of was dealing with fucking depression and didn't really have an outlet because of the fucking comic and shit going tits up. So if you want to.
It's kind of about exploring mental health and how YouTube either helps or doesn't help that, I guess.
I think it's like anything else. It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, but I mean that's the idea. Hopefully it catches on. But I do want to help people. So hey,
I'm going to end it here, guys. Dave, thanks again for popping in. Legend as always. And James, thanks for popping in, dude. Okay.
Yep.
So take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Oh, it's starting to get dark now.